Yeah, good experience. For those of you who don't know, I take songs titles from artists I like and make kind of a poem out of it. It does sound kind of preachy, like religion, but I'm very moderate, and just everything just happens to flow the way it does. And I was really happy to have this one, even though the circumstances for why I had reading this one tonight are a little, as I said, a little iffy.
So you want us to guess, right?
No, I'll actually I'll state it at the very end. I said because that's what it is.
Okay.
Yeah. I said, for some people in life, time stands still so they can't see all the problems of the world. Full of people running one marathon to the next with little time to rest, to stop and remember that they still have free will and take a little time to see how far they've come. I said, and anything they sadly may have missed during the long struggle of trying to avoid the reaching high water of society. You see, no matter how good your vision is, there will always be an afterimage of a chance for broadening one's horizons into new territories, so that a better life isn't just some distant illusion meant to convince the masses that they're losing it, and to find something simple to pass time until the anthem of life runs out and sorrow prevents many from wanting to do better. So once the sea of tears finally dries up, to reveal an island paradise of prosperity, so that no one can take away. There is a secret mission in life for everyone to find a way to make their epic mark in the world, shifting the limelight away from those born into glory and onto the many workers with various scars from going through the motions of normal life and trying to stay above water long enough to create whatever legacy for future generations and learn how to swim stronger so that the dreaded alien shore isn't as far away, so that no one thinks they can't make it closer towards the shallows. Providing a chance to touch bottom long enough to have one little victory to inspire a mightier confidence to prove anyone can stick it out with a few moments to gather lost strength. So no one knows how the way the wind blows them through life. But they're always to the point the way to take another step towards glory, and it greatly helps to take a friend to lean on for tough days. Serving both as sword and armor so the next challenge won't seem to hit as hard. But it's a far cry to think that friends will always be together when things look dark and there isn't some light reaching to provide a little relief and hopefully resist whatever lies in the shadows to lead those still treading water into an unfriendly current, and not many want to roll the bones to tempt fate to creating another limbo where the times to swim are insanely limited, because whenever one is between the wheels of life, able to move at a moment's notice despite being very heavy. And if a proper plan is not made long in advance, no one stands a ghost of a chance at escaping. Even someone can make it to shore and onto dry land. The shape of things new and strange are eager to meet the lucky few at all the crossroads, so that journey to fortune remains difficult. Diverting weary travelers into subdivisions to prevent any form of finish line for being so close, that powerless beings obtain the bravado of invincibility and lead others into the light of victory. The path of the seeker of glory isn't an easy one, and it can be wrought with countless hardships meant to keep the working man in their rut, to prevent the view from the other side being not as hard to see, while keeping hope a little while longer, in the path to climb out looking easier to touch with the first step, turning the ceiling unlimited into a low edge just out of reach, with the desire to stand up at the top being so much closer, the sweet miracle of freedom that is at long last in front of you, like a long lost friend, who also made it out of the cradle, finally awake to gaze across the land to discover the earth sign that had always been there, awaiting fresh eyes. No matter where we are on this rock with life, the stars look down to provide a little relief with their gentle light to prevent the ever-present darkness from fully taking over the fragile land and struggling to keep the cold fire from finding other places to spread its great wickedness, even after half the world has already been torn asunder from the first spark, gaining undeserved life among once good people, so with their compassion being reduced to a thin vapor trail of woe. There wasn't a distant early warning, it said, of when disaster descended to work its dark magic to place an invisible lock and key, said, on anyone wanting to see the sun shine again. It said, burdened with the heavy shackles, it said, striking like chain lightning, so that escape would be all but a faint memory, while too many normal people work hand over fist to try to keep their dreams, it said, dream alive longer. Yet those sitting at the top are like Tom Sawyer, wanting everyone else to do the work while stealing all the rewards of seeing their grand designs come into existence without getting proper credit, until a twist of fate befalls the leaders, creating a farewell to kings and queens unfit for any crown. Look, I'm no one's hero, yet I'm glad there are people in front of me who want to listen and making memories when the fire of life gained new fuel to melt away the gloom, while being ready to turn the page on their own life to see what wasn't so far away with a little effort to keep joy closer to the heart, where it can be protected and no one can dare steal the powers of the mystic rhythms lurking just below the surface, waiting for the right time to regain glory, and declare that positive emotion is here again, and evil has no place in such a beautiful world when so many don't know the color of right. Can be anything if we remember to smile and always keep our hearts and minds open to the idea that anything is possible, so that everyday glory stands tall. Like those around me, I know that finding my way can never be reached without great effort, mixed with the many lessons of those who finally believed in me, stemming from the support of wanting the same souls before and after our encounter to serve as a miracle in great times. Whether you fly by night, walk in the morning, or run during the day, there's a great place for everyone to realize that they can be a new old man or woman when so many things have grown old, to prove in the end we have a journey to make during our time on this earth, and the speed of love can be used to set the pace in how long it takes for us to reach the finish line. It said, and still with a heart full of soul to guide us, it said, and in other cases, it said, in case some journeys take a little longer. If you think in a rush for my words of wisdom, then I'm afraid there's something wrong with you. Perfect, because mystery thing is rush, and because Neil Peart died, I figured, they said the guys who were there next can wait.
Thank you, sir.